dear brothers and sisters, have you ever imagined what happens when a king with unmatched divine authority encounters a queen whose power rivals his own? Today, we are going to explore the magnificent story of Hazrat Suleman alayhi salam and the Queen of Sheba. Make sure you watch the video till the end to uncover every detail and gain a deeper insight into this compelling story. Allah had given him a lot of power. The jinn were frightened of him, mankind frightened, all the creatures. But they loved him at the same time because he was a just man. He did not oppress anyone. One day, Sulayman alayhi salam was inspecting his army, and he noticed that the hoopoe bird was missing. One little bird was missing. And he said, "What is happening here? I don't see the hoopoe bird. Is he absent?" Hazrat Suleman alayhi salam said, "This hoopoe bird shall be punished severely, or we might even execute it unless it has a clear, acceptable excuse." So the hoopoe bird appeared, and he asked, "What happened?" The hoopoe bird, at a bit of a distance, spoke to Sulayman alayhi salam and said, "I have come to you with knowledge that you do not have." For Sulayman alayhi salam, he had so much knowledge. He was powerful. He had armies that could check upon his enemy before they even knew that he existed. He wanted to know, "What is it you know that I don't know?" He said, "I have come to you from SAWW. I am coming from Yemen, Sheba, known in Arabic as SAWW, and I have brought you some solid information, very authentic, reliable news." He asked, "What is the news?" "I have seen a woman who has a kingdom there. She rules over her people. She's a queen and she has lots of wealth and authority." He said, "But I saw them worshiping the sun. When it comes out in the morning, they worship it. Until it sets, they continued worshiping the sun in different ways and different forms." Now, Sulayman alayhi salam wanted to call her to Allah, but he realized that the description of this woman, she has a kingdom, she has lots of wealth, she has power, she has people, she has her army, she has authority, she has so much. So Allah has blessed me with much more. Let me use what Allah has given me to show her that if you worship Allah, you will even have more than what you have right now. So he did not give her dawah directly, except in the first letter. And in that first letter, he wrote a letter in a very beautiful manner because he did not know who was on the other side precisely. He only had the information. And he said, "Okay, I've heard what you said. I need to make sure that what you've said is true. Take this letter that I am writing, and go and give this letter to her and see what happens." The letter got there, and this woman saw the letter. She called all her people, she called all her chiefs. She said, "O people, I have received a letter, an honored letter. It has 2 lines in it. It says, 'This is from Sulayman, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Do not be haughty over us and come to us surrendering.'" She was worried. She had a kingdom, she had power, she had authority, she had wealth, she had everything. But for someone to warn her and to threaten her and to tell her something, there must be some power she did not know existed. She didn't know anything. So what happened? She looked at all her people. She decided to consult. She said, "O my people, give me some decision regarding this matter." They looked at her and said, "Look, we are people with lots of power. We have a strong army, so now you decide what you want us to do. Which means, if you want us to fight, we will go. We have a powerful army." But she was very clever. She did not know the size of the army of Sulayman, because she now knew that if we are going to fight an army and they are stronger than us, she said, "You know, when the kings and the big and the haughty walk into a city with an army, they turn it upside down, and those who were the leaders are the most disgraced from amongst them thereafter. I want to avoid that scenario. Let us try and make peace with the army. Let us see who these people are." So she said, "I am going to send him a gift, a very, very valuable gift. I will send it with a few messengers from amongst you, and you can go. When you go there, you should just have a peep. Have a peep and see the size of his army and bring back information for us. See how he reacted and what happens. As these people left with the gift, news got to Sulayman from the Hoopoe bird and from all his other members of the army that these people were sending him a gift, and this was what was happening. So he said, "Right, let's display the army, the entire army." So in the army now there were lions, tigers, animals, birds, jinns, mankind, the wind, everything there, all. And these people were walking towards where Sulayman alayhi salam was, and they were looking. And on top of that, his kingdom was displayed for them. They shook their heads. "No way. We want to face all these with our little army that we have there." They went to Sulayman alayhi salam. It is reported they were actually feeling guilty to give this little gift because of how it became suddenly. When they saw the throne of Sulayman alayhi salam and his army, they looked around him, and they were shocked. And as they tried to put forward this gift, Sulayman alayhi salam responded, "What? You want to bribe me with some wealth here? You want to give me some wealth? You want to give me money? You want to give me some merchandise? What Allah has given me is far better than anything you have. Indeed, you people are excited. You're getting happy regarding your gift. You don't know. I know the whole plan. I know the whole plot. I know absolutely everything. And you see our army. We have absolutely everything given by Allah. Go back. We are going to come to them with an army that they will never, ever be able to overcome. And we will remove them from Sheba." These people started going back. They returned to try and convince this woman, saying, "There is a problem. This man has such a big army. There is no way we will be able to overcome his army. Impossible." They began to describe it to her in such a way that they made her frightened. And she was convinced that something needed to happen. They told her, "You need to go yourself to him and try and make peace. We do not want to surrender to him, but we don't want to fight him either. And he left us with only one option. You either fight or you come, surrender." Sulayman alayhi salam had a meeting with all his army, with the main chiefs. Sulayman said to his people, "O my people, which one of you can bring her whole throne, seeing that that was the biggest possession of hers, before they arrive here in submission?" Ifrit, who was one of the most powerful jinn, said, "I will bring it to you before you get up from where you are seated." Sulayman alayhi salam used to sit from the morning to the afternoon. So, which means in one morning, I'll have it right in front of you, everything, and you know what? I am so trustworthy that all the different diamonds and the different jewelry and all the beautification and adornment, I will bring it in such a way that it will remain intact. Just lift it all off, fly it down here and drop it down. Meaning, bring it exactly where you want it. Sulayman alayhi salam, as he was still pondering, another one spoke, the one who had knowledge of the book, of revelation from Allah. We are not sure exactly who that was, but it was someone who had knowledge granted from Allah. He said, "Ya Sulayman, I will bring exactly what this one wanted to bring before you get up, but I will bring it to you before your eye returns as it blinks next." And as he blinked, Allahu Akbar, it was in front of him. Sulayman alayhi salam said, "This is from the virtue of my Rabb. He has granted me this amount of power that we've brought something semi-impossible right in front within the blink of an eye. Allah is testing me to see whether I am among those who show gratitude and gratefulness, or if I am among those who are ungrateful." And he continued to say, "Whoever is thankful, it will benefit him. And whoever is ungrateful, they are not going to harm Allah." Now, Sulayman alayhi salam wanted to do something else. Sulayman alayhi salam said, "Change slightly, modify, and renovate her palace. We want to see whether she notices that it is hers, or if she doesn't even know." So, her throne was brought in, and it was modified. Sulayman alayhi salam instructed the building of another palace within moments. What was that palace? His own throne where he was going to receive her. He said, "Build it for me on the water in such a way that its floor, when I receive her, will be made of strong glass but very, very thin. She will be able to see the fish and the various sea life underneath her feet, and it was made for him in the blink of an eye." Everything was made and put there. Remember, he had the armies to do this for him, and as it was put there, she arrived. As she walked in, She was asked a question. She looked at something that looked very much like her own throne. "Is this what your throne looks like?" she was asked. Now listen to what went through her mind. She said, "My throne is here. We took so long to get here. It can't be mine. If it is mine, how did it get here? And if it is not mine, how is it copied so exactly?" So, she was confused. Her mind was being tackled. She used to worship the sun, and she knew Sulayman alayhi salam was a Muslim who worships Allah. From the moment he wrote Bismillah, in the name of Allah, the Maker, the Creator, she knew this one was on a different religion. Now, her belief was being questioned because there was someone much more powerful than her. She was confused about how to respond. She was told to enter the other palace, the place where Sulayman alayhi salam was. When she saw it with that glass and the water underneath, she thought it was water. She lifted her garment slightly until part of her leg showed. Sulayman alayhi salam said, "No need to do that. It is just a floor made of very fine, thick, strong glass. No need." Now she was again baffled, completely baffled. She was thinking to herself, how big my kingdom is and how huge the kingdom of Sulayman alayhi salam is. All my kingdom and all my knowledge, everything I had, in comparison to what Sulayman alayhi salam had, was totally eclipsed. It was nothing, not even a fragment. So she started pondering. My people are there. I have Sulayman. I've been worshipping the sun. It hasn't helped me a lot. And now, it is time to see what this man does. Humble, down-to-earth Sulayman alayhi salam, praying and thanking Allah. His character was exemplary. He was not haughty. He was very just among all his army. He was such a powerful person, such a good man. And when she saw everything, she decided, this is the moment I need to surrender. A new light began to beam from her heart, a light that nothing can eclipse. O my Maker, O my Creator, I have oppressed myself. I have done wrong all along. I surrender to you together with this Sulayman, for the one who has created the entire creation. She surrendered. When she surrendered, her entire army surrendered. Everybody, her people, all surrendered. They were all Muslims under Sulayman alayhi salam. My dear brothers and sisters, this was the complete story of the Queen of Sheba. Her eventual submission to Allah teaches us a profound lesson, that true guidance and enlightenment come when we humble ourselves before our Creator, regardless of our past beliefs, status, or achievements. No matter how powerful or accomplished we may become in this world, ultimate peace and success lie in recognizing the greatness of Allah and surrendering to His will. May Allah guide us all to the path of righteousness, grant us humility, and help us seek His pleasure in all that we do. Ameen. If this video resonated with you, please share it with other Muslim brothers and sisters so they can benefit as well. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more enriching Islamic content. Together, let's grow in faith and understanding. Jazakallah khair for your support.